Students of class 8, today let's learn chapter 4 from Social Science Geography. Well, today we will try to cover the classification of these industries, okay, based on size, raw materials and ownership. And later on we will study the other topics, okay, location of industries and also major industries and distributions. Well, first of all, let us try to understand what an industry is. Industry refers to any economic activity that is concerned with production of goods, extraction of minerals, and provision of services. Okay, you can see from the picture right here, it is a cotton textile industry which produce goods. Okay, and also it also extract minerals. Okay, coal mining industry, here you can see from the picture right here. And not only that, industry also it refers to the provision of services such as film industry, tourism industry, communication industry, advertising industry, as well as banks and financial services industry. They all belong to this service industry, so to say. Okay, well, before we go into the details of this very topic, let us see the classification of industries. Industries are classified on the basis of size. Okay, the size of the industry into large scale industry and small scale industries. Okay, and on the basis of raw material use by the industry, it is also classified into agro-based industry, that is industry that use the raw material from agriculture, okay, and animals, so to say. And marine based industry means industry that use the raw material from seas and oceans. Okay, forest industries and also mineral based industry. I mean forest based industry, not forest industry. And also industries are also classified on the basis of ownership, the ownership of the industry. Some are public industry sector and some are in the private sector. Okay, cooperative sector industry, and some are jointly undertaken by government and private. They are known as joint sector industry. Okay, so basically they are classified into three categories. All right, so let us first of all let us see the small scale industry. Small scale industries are the industries whose investment is less than 1 crore rupees. So any industry that whose investment are less than 1 crore rupees are in the category of the small scale industries. The first one, the best example is electronic goods industry. Okay, industry that produce electronic items such as mobile phones, radio, television, smartphone, etc., etc. They are a small scale industry. And you have heard about this bicycle industry. Bicycles are produced from bicycle industry. They are also a small scale industry. Utensil industries are also small scale industry. And paper goods, all the papers that are used in our schools as well as in the offices are produced from this paper industry, and they are a small scale industry. Okay, and most importantly, food processing industry. Okay, they are also a part of this small scale industry. Well, these small scale industry are also basically they are classified into medium scale industry, the industry which I have already mentioned just before. They all are medium scale industry. And also small scale industry also have another category, that is what we call as cottage industry. Okay, one of the best example is weaving. Weaving is a small industry in the category of this cottage industry. Okay, so carpentry is also a cottage industry. You know what a carpentry is. and pottery making or pottery industry. Okay, they're all in the category of cottage industry. And on the other hand, this size of the industry, large scale industry, whose investment is more than 1 crore rupees. Okay, if all the industry invests more than 1 crore rupees, it is in the category of large scale industry. So one of the example is iron and steel industry. You can see from the picture right here. It is in the large scale industry. Automobile industry. This is automobile industry produce cars, vehicles, etc., etc. They are in the large scale industry. Textile industry, which produce different varieties of clothes. They are also in a large scale industry. Cement industry, cement that are used for the construction of buildings. Okay, and it is used in different construction project, so to say. Okay, and based on raw materials used by the industry, it is classified again into 4. The first one is agro-based industry. Okay, agro-based industry use agricultural and animal-based products. Okay, let's see the first one. The first one is food processing industry. Okay, you can see from the picture right here. Okay, potato chips and this tomato sauce, all these are a part of this food processing industry, which is an agro-based industry. All right, next one is sugar. Sugar is made from sugar cane, so it is an agro-based industry. Cotton textiles industries. Okay, this is also part of agro-based industry. Dairy industry is an industry which produce milk and milk products. Okay, such as butter, such as cheese and all. They also belong to agro-based industry. Meat canning industry. Okay, most of the meat comes from agriculture. Okay, animal rearing. Okay, meat canning or meat packing, it is also a part of agro-based industry. Leather industry. Okay, you can see from the picture right here, it is also an agro-based industry. Even woolen industry. Then the next one is marine-based industry. Marine-based industry means an industry that use the raw materials from oceans, seas or oceans, so to say. One of the best example is fish canning industry. This is a canned fish or tin fish, mackerel, and also fish smoking. Fish smoking means fish drying, or even in Manipur we have this fish smoking industry in the form of a cottage industry, right? So these are marine-based industries. Another one is forest-based industry. One of the best example is pepper. Pepper comes from forests, isn't it? The raw materials is supplied from the forest, obtained from the forest. Plywood industry. Okay, it is also the products of forest products. Another one, even the matchbox, forest-based industry. Even furniture industry, which produce different types of chairs, tables, etc. They are also a part of this forest-based industry. Even sports items such as cricket bats, these are made from a willow tree, which is a forest product. So they are forest-based industry. Another one is mineral-based industry. The best example is iron and steel. Iron and steel industry. Iron is a mineral, right? It is obtained from iron ore, which we have already learned in the previous class. Then cement also is a part of mineral industry. And also, most importantly, chemical industry. Okay, this industry produce different varieties of chemicals, medicine, etc., etc. So they are all mineral-based industry. And on the basis of ownership, the industries are also divided into or classified into public sector industry. Okay, public sector industry refers to an industry that are owned by the government and its agencies. All the government companies or all the government's industries are known as public sector industry. All right. So government has iron and steel industry in India. All right. So this is a public sector industry. Aircraft industry, which produce different varieties of jets and engines and all. All right. Oil exploration industry. It is in the public sector industry. Okay. Even oil refinery. Okay. All the petroleum cannot be used directly obtained from the petroleum. It has to be refined. So all the refineries are set up by the government. So these are all public sector industries. The next one is private sector. Private sector industries are owned and operated by private individuals or a group of individuals. Okay. So even in some service sectors like banks, for example, you might have heard HDFC Bank. Okay. And you might have heard ICICI Bank. These are all in the private sector because they are owned and operated by private individuals. All right. So one of the best example is Tata Iron and Steel Company, which is also known as TISCO. You can see from the picture right here. This is Tata Iron and Steel Company, which is located in Jamshedpur. Okay. Private sector. Another sector is called cooperative sector. Cooperative sector industry are or is owned and operated by producer or even suppliers. Okay, or workers or both of them. They cooperate each other and they so to say produce a product. So one of the best example is Anand Milk Union Limited in Gujarat. Okay, which is also known as Amul. Amul means Anand Milk Union Limited. Okay, these are very popular even in Manipur. Okay, they produce milk and milk products such as butter, cheese, and all. Okay, even candy. All right. So these are in the cooperative sector. This industry is in the cooperative sector, and most importantly, joint sector. Joint sector is an industry which are undertaken by the government, jointly undertaken by government as well as by the individuals. One of the best example of joint sector industry, I should say, it was Maruti Udyog Limited. Actually, this Maruti Udyog Limited was jointly undertaken by the government of India as well as by one guy whose name was Suzuki from Japan, or Suzuki Motors, the owner of Suzuki Motors. But in 2003, this Maruti Udyog Limited, MUL, it was sold to Suzuki Motors. Now it is in the private sector at present. Okay, and it has been renamed as Maruti Suzuki. All right. So I'm sure you have got some of the important points from this very topic. Once again, industry is classified into three categories on the basis of size, raw materials, and ownership. On the basis of size, large scale industry and small scale industries. On the basis of raw material use by the industry, agro-based industry, marine-based industries, forest-based industries, and mineral-based industries. On the basis of ownership, public sector, private sector, cooperative sector, and joint sector industries. So for today, let us wind up here. I wish you must learn all the notes from the study materials which I have sent you in your WhatsApp group. Okay, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. May God bless you. Thank you so much for participating in this learning.